Welcome to Craps 101, a continuation of our lecture series. We again have our two players that are going to participate in this. We have Chris on my right and we have Ted across from me. We are going to illustrate some of the important strategies that one can use when playing craps. Some of the earlier videos have shown you some other possible strategies. Again, many of these things can be found in my products, which are the two books I have on craps and my DVD, if you're interested in going into it in many greater detail. And today we're going to stress the playing of the combination of pass and come with the place bets. And we're going to see here, just to bring up a point, you will find it in my earlier video on rules. You will notice that on the basic rules of the game, that if again on the opening roll, when the disc says off, you will see that you win on a 7 or 11 and you lose on a 2, 3, or 12. Well, when you think about it, what numbers are left that are possibilities for these two dies to come up with? 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Those are the only other numbers. So if you what your whole objective is in craps, really, the most important objective in craps is to get to the point where this sits on the on position. Because from that point on, you never want to ever see a 7. Especially if you're playing with the shooter, as we've indicated before. You could be playing against the shooter, but for our purposes, we'll be shooting, playing with the shooter. Anyway, so we are going to illustrate now what I call the 6-8 strategy. And the 6-8 strategy is emphasizing betting on the place bets with the 6 and the 8. And why do we do that? Well, because other than the 7, the next most frequent numbers to appear on the dies are the 6 and the 8. And that's why people bet them. They're assuming they're going to come up more frequently. So let's start out, and you make your initial bets. And we're going to play $10 minimum, and we are going to be using the computer to generate the rolls of the dice, which will be more random, which means it's a worst case situation. It might not be like that in the actual casino. So okay, so we have Chris is betting a pass line and Ted is betting a pass line. So let's see what happens at this point. So 11 means Ted wins $10. And Chris wins $10. On the first roll, 7 or 11, you win $10.
Now, if I had put a bet here, I would have won.
You would have won here if you'd bet the field. You win on the 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11.
Well, how much would I have
You would get 1 to 1. If you put
1 to 1.
Yeah, if you put $10 out there, that's all you get.
Oh.
Unless it's a 2 or a 12. Sometimes they pay double on the 2s and the 12s, or triple, depends on the casino. You could do that. What's the difficulty with betting this one? It's a one-roll bet. In other words, this bet stays until you win or lose. Many rolls. This is a one-roll bet, which means every roll you either win or you lose. That's it. Okay. Now you got to take your money off if you don't want it to be active. So Okay. So we're back to fast line bets. Okay. We got a 2. What does 2 mean? That means since this is on an off position, it's a coming out roll, you lose on 2s. So you lose those. Okay, put your bets out. Okay, got $10 on the pass line for each party. Okay, we got an 8. Now that's good. I believe that you'd like to get 6s and 8s right away because those are the most common numbers. Okay, so now that means that these two pass line bets will win if what was it? It was an 8. If an 8 comes up, then before a 7 you will win. If a 7 comes up, you're going to lose. Okay, now in the 6-8 strategy, if you already have the 8 as your point, which is what this is, you've got your next bet has 2 things you can do. One, you still can do what we did on one of the earlier videos, and that is put odds behind this bet. This is one of the few bets where you can put odds because it's either pass or come. If you don't want to do that, then the next best thing is to place bet the 6, which means that you need to do that in multiples of $6. So since it's a $10 game, you need to put at least $12 out. Okay, so why don't each of you give me $12? We're going to place just put it in the center here, and the casino will take it from you. Okay, so now you'll notice what happens here is, just to illustrate the point, how do I tell which one of these is Chris's and which one of these is Ted's? Well, the edge of the box represents the edge of the table. And so if this one is here, that's got to be Ted's, and if this one's over here, that's got to be Chris's. So they know, they can keep track of which bet is which one. I think Ted is missing $1 here, so let's put one more $1. Okay, so now 6 or 8 comes up, you both are going to win. Do you want to put any odds behind this?
No, the odds different than
That's different than this. That's odds they'll pay you true mathematical odds if you wish to put them. Now, again, remember the point here is that you are risking more money. You already got 12 and 12. So you putting more things out there means you're risking more money. Okay? All right, Ted said he's set, so let's go and see what we do.